Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Today, we're back at the clinic. But this time, Henry suddenly gets sick and Alex can't hide his guilt anymore. Then, just when everything feels overwhelming, an unexpected business visit brings a new way forward. If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. All right, let's begin. The morning started with a sound that wouldn't stop. Henry's cry wasn't the usual small complaint that faded after a cuddle. This one came in sharp, tired waves, like his little body was uncomfortable and he couldn't explain why. Tuna paced beside the bed, rocking him, whispering, checking his diaper, trying to calm him with slow pats and soft humming. Nothing held. Alex's mother leaned in and touched Henry's forehead. She pulled her hand back, eyes narrowing with worry. "He's hot," she said quietly. Tuna pressed her lips to Henry's hair. Warm. Too warm. Henry cried again, face scrunched, fists tight. Alex was awake against the pillows. Bruises still marked his face from the motorbike accident, and his shoulders still looked weak. But his eyes were clear enough to follow everything. He watched Henry, then Tuna, then his mother, like he was trying to piece together what mattered most. "What? Wrong?" he asked. Tuna stepped closer so her voice wouldn't shake. "He might have a little fever," she said. "I'll take him to the doctor." Alex's brow tightened immediately. The worry on his face didn't need memory to exist. "I should," he started. "You should stay," his mother said, gentle but firm. "Tuna will go. I'm here." Alex swallowed. "Henry, okay?" "We'll check," Tuna promised. "I'll be quick." She secured Henry against her chest and hurried into the hallway. The clinic felt louder out here. Footsteps, distant voices, doors clicking, everything bouncing off hard walls while Henry cried in her arms. Tuna hated that sound. Not because it was loud, because it made her feel helpless. The doctor saw them right away. He examined Henry calmly, asked a couple questions, then nodded as if he'd seen this many times. "It doesn't feel serious," he said. "A mild fever. Babies often react badly to hospital environments. New air, noise, light, disrupted sleep. They get upset fast." Tuna's shoulders loosened a fraction. "So, what should I do?" "Take him home if you can," the doctor said. "Let him rest in a familiar place. Keep him hydrated. Here's medicine for the fever. He should be fine soon." Home. The word landed in Tuna's chest like relief and guilt at the same time. She took the paper, repeated the dose back to him, then turned to leave. Henry's crying had softened into tired whimpers now, his warm cheek pressed into her shoulder. Tuna kissed his hair and whispered, "We're going back." She hurried toward the room, and then she stopped cold. Halfway down the corridor, she saw Alex. He was out in the hallway, one hand gripping the wall, body leaning forward like he was forcing his legs to obey. For a second, Tuna didn't understand how he got there. Then she saw it. His face tight with effort, his eyes fixed on the floor, his breathing too quick. A flash hit her mind. Alex's voice from earlier, wanting to be better fast, wanting to help. Alex's knees buckled. He slid down the wall and collapsed, his head tilting to the side. "Alex!" Tuna's voice cracked. She rushed to him, shifting Henry higher with one arm and reaching down with the other. Henry startled and cried once, then clung to her shirt. Tuna crouched beside Alex, heart hammering. "Alex, look at me. Can you hear me?" Alex's eyes fluttered. He looked pale, sweat damp on his forehead. He tried to speak but only managed a weak breath. A nurse hurried over. "What happened?" "He got up alone," Tuna said, fighting panic. "He tried to walk." The nurse checked him quickly, then spoke firmly. Stay still. Don't try to stand. Alex blinked, embarrassed and frustrated. I wanted, he whispered. Tuna swallowed hard. Why would you do that? His eyes moved to Henry, worry sharpened on his face like a blade. Baby, crying, he said. You gone. Mom, tired. Those words hit Tuna harder than the fall. The nurse called for help and brought a wheelchair. They lifted Alex carefully, keeping his head steady, and rolled him back toward the room. Tuna stayed close, one hand on his shoulder. Henry pressed warm against her. Inside, Alex's mother was still in the chair, head tilted. She'd fallen asleep without meaning to. She jolted awake the moment she saw the wheelchair. What happened? She demanded, fear flashing across her face. Alex looked away, ashamed. I'm fine, he muttered, but his voice didn't sound fine at all. They got him back onto the bed. Tuna steadied the pillows, smoothed the blanket, tried to keep her hands from shaking. Alex's mother turned to Tuna. Henry? Mild fever, Tuna said. The doctor says the hospital environment isn't good for him. He needs to go home and rest, medicine, and he'll be okay. Alex's eyes widened, guilt rising fast. Because of me? No, Tuna said immediately, because it's a hospital. Babies hate hospitals, that's all. Alex's throat moved as he swallowed. His face tightened with emotion he couldn't name. I'm sorry, he said, voice rough. I make you carry everything. Tuna sat on the edge of the bed, close enough for him to see her clearly. She kept her tone steady, not dramatic. You didn't choose the accident, she said. But you can choose what you do now. Alex stared at his own hands like they belonged to someone else. I want to be better, he said. Fast. I know, Tuna whispered, but you can't fight your body. You have to work with it. Alex's eyes flicked to his mother, then back. I saw Mom sleeping, he admitted. I saw you running with Henry. I felt useless. Tuna's chest tightened. She touched his hand lightly. Trying to walk alone isn't recovery, she said. It's danger. Alex flinched, like the word finally settled into his bones. You scared me, Tuna added, softer. Don't do that again. Alex's eyes filled slightly. He nodded once. Okay. Henry whimpered against Tuna's shoulder, still warm, still uncomfortable. Tuna bounced him gently and looked back at Alex. We'll do it the right way, she said. Slow, with support, one step at a time. Alex breathed in, then out like he was letting go of the need to prove something. Tuna, he said quietly. Yes? I remember pieces, he whispered. You and him. Not clear, but I feel it. Tuna's throat tightened, but she kept her voice calm. That's enough for today, she said. Stay here. Let me take Henry home soon. Let your mom rest. And you rest. Alex's gaze softened. He closed his eyes for a moment, then opened them again, calmer than before. Outside the window, the day kept moving like nothing had happened. Inside the room, Tuna held Henry close, and Alex lay still, learning the hardest lesson. Recovery couldn't be forced. It had to be protected. By midday, the room had finally quieted down. Henry had taken his first dose of fever medicine, and Tuna followed the doctor's advice. She packed the baby's small things, kissed Alex's forehead gently, and took Henry home so he could rest in a familiar place. Alex watched them leave, eyes heavy, not angry, just bothered by the same thought looping in his chest. Everyone keeps moving because of me. His mother pulled the blanket higher and tried to sound normal. He'll feel better once he sleeps. And you stay still. Alex nodded. He dozed in short pieces through the early afternoon, waking to check the room like he needed proof he hadn't made the morning worse. His mother stayed close, but her exhaustion showed in small slips, her eyes closing for a minute, her shoulder sagging before she straightened again. Alex noticed it all. This time he didn't try to stand. He only breathed slowly and forced himself to accept one hard truth. Rushing would only scare Tuna again, and it wouldn't heal him. While Alex tried to rest, work didn't stop. Adam had just returned from a business trip, and he went straight to the tapioca starch facility with Lon. The weather had turned damp and stubborn, making production slower and the whitening process take longer. Lan walked beside Adam with a folder tucked to her chest. "We can still hit the standard," she explained, "but it needs more time. If we rush it, the whiteness won't be clean enough." Adam listened, looked around, and asked one simple question. "How much can you guarantee without cutting corners?" Lon hesitated, then told the truth. 40 tons is realistic. 50 is risky. Adam nodded once, calm. Then he asked almost casually, "What about red pomelo? Is it available?" Lon's eyes flickered. The red pomelo supply was there, but the buyer wasn't. It was sitting in their network like an unopened door. "Yes," Lan said carefully. "We can source it." Adam didn't hesitate after that. "I don't want you destroying yourselves to force 50 tons in this weather," he said. "Let's adjust." Lan held her breath. 40 tons of tapioca starch, Adam said, "at the best whiteness you can deliver. And instead of the other 10, I'll add 10 tons of red pomelo." Lan felt the pressure in her chest loosen for the first time in days. "That works," she said. "I'll revise the contract today." Adam nodded. "I'll come to the clinic this afternoon," he added. "I'll visit Alex and we'll sign it there." Back at the clinic, Lon arrived first. She stepped in quietly and kept her voice low, like she didn't want to shake Alex's focus. Alex's mother stood to meet her at the door. "How is he?" Lon asked. "Stable," Alex's mother said, "but he tried to walk alone earlier. He collapsed." Lon's face tightened with worry. Then she looked toward the bed. Alex was awake, eyes tracking her immediately. Lon forced a small smile. "Hey," she said softly. Alex stared at her for a beat, then nodded. Lon didn't lecture him. She offered something real. "Adam is coming later," she said. "And there's a solution for the order." Alex's eyes sharpened. "Adam," he repeated. Lan nodded. "The weather slowed production," she said. "Whitening takes longer. We can't rush quality." Alex swallowed. "So Adam adjusted," Lan continued. 40 tons of tapioca starch, 10 tons of red pomelo. You could see Alex's mind move. Still slow, still foggy around the edges, but working. "Red pomelo." "Available," he murmured. "Yes," Lon said, "and it helps us. It's an opportunity." Alex exhaled, the tension easing slightly in his face. "Good," he said. Quiet, but clear. Lan's shoulders dropped. "I'm drafting the revised contract now," she added. "We can sign it here." A couple hours later, the door opened again. Adam stepped in with calm, respectful energy, like he understood he was entering a room that wasn't only about business. He paused at the foot of the bed. Alex's gaze lifted, and then the small miracle happened. Alex recognized him. Not cheerful, not perfect, just certain. "Adam," Alex said. Adam smiled. "Yeah, it's me." He came closer and kept it simple. "How are you feeling?" "Better," Alex answered. Still weak. That's fine, Adam said. Weak today is normal. Get stronger. He didn't dig into the accident. He didn't turn it into a speech. I toured the facility with Lon, Adam said. The weather is slowing the whitening. I don't want anyone cutting corners. Alex's brow tightened with focus. So I'm reducing the tapioca starch to 40 tons, Adam continued, and adding 10 tons of red pomelo. Lon placed the revised papers on the tray table and slid the pen closer so Alex wouldn't have to reach. Alex looked down, eyes scanning slower than usual, but scanning. He read what he could, then lifted his eyes to Lon. Good choice, he said quietly. Lon's face softened with relief. Adam nodded. This keeps quality high, he said, and it gives breathing room. Alex's gaze drifted toward the empty chair where Tu Na had been earlier. Henry, sick, he said like he needed to say it again. Adam's expression softened. I heard, he said. The doctor thinks it's minor. He'll be okay. Alex nodded once. Adam lowered his voice. Listen, he said. Don't punish yourself by trying to heal fast. It doesn't work that way. Alex blinked. The words landed differently coming from someone tied to the work he felt responsible for. Your responsibility is still there, Adam continued, but the long road matters. Get healthy first. Alex stared at him for a beat. Then he nodded, slow, certain. He signed. His hand shook, but the signature was his. Lon steadied the paper so it wouldn't slip. When it was done, Adam closed the folder. Good, he said. Now it's settled. Lon will execute. Your mom will approve. You rest. Alex leaned back, exhausted, but something bright was visible in his eyes. Not full memory, not full strength, just hope, returning in a way he could feel. And for the first time since the accident, the future didn't look like a wall.
Sáng hôm đó, Henry khóc không ngừng và Tu Na nhận ra cậu bé bị sốt nhẹ. Bác sĩ nói môi trường bệnh viện không phù hợp với trẻ sơ sinh và nên khuyên đưa Henry về nhà nghỉ ngơi và uống thuốc. Alex cảm thấy tội lỗi khi nhìn Tu Na và mẹ mình kiệt sức vì cậu. Cậu cố gắng đi bộ một mình trong hành lang để cố gắng hồi phục nhanh hơn nhưng lại bị ngã. Tu Na đỡ cậu dậy, nhắc nhở cậu rằng không thể ép buộc sự hồi phục được. Trong khi đó, Adam kiểm tra quá trình sản xuất tinh bột cùng với Lan và điều chỉnh hợp đồng. Do quá trình làm trắng chậm trong thời tiết xấu, anh giảm đặt hàng tinh bột sắn xuống còn 40 tấn và thêm 10 tấn bưởi đỏ. Sau đó đến phòng khám để ký hợp đồng. Alex nhận ra Adam ký hợp đồng sửa đổi và cảm thấy hy vọng trở lại. Cậu phải hồi phục đúng cách để có thể tiếp tục chặng đường dài phía trước.